All right, welcome to the Brown Social Health Lethbridge Bulls pregame show live on FloCollege for today's WCBL matchup between the hometown Lethbridge Bulls and the Brooks Bombers, a rare afternoon event here at Spitz Stadium. I'm your pregame show host, Brent Radlinski, here to set up today's matchup. It's School's Out for Summer Kids Day here at Spitz Stadium, a rare Monday afternoon game right across WCBL. But before we get into today's game, we have to talk about the Bulls' big 7-2 win yesterday up the highway versus the rival Okotoks Dog, and the masterful performance by Lethbridge Bulls starter Levi Abbott. Abbott was perfect through 6 2/3, dominant once again for the Bulls in his third start of the season. A walk in the seventh inning on a questionable call by the umpire cost Abbott the perfect game. Double was given up the next, but he finished off that inning offensively. Bernie Sakaris was 3 for 4 with an RBI, and Carter Clarehope continues his strong season, going 2 for 5 with an RBI. The game was pitched really well on both sides. The Bulls scored all their runs in just 2 innings, scoring 4 in the 6th and then 3 insurance runs in the 9th. But let's tee up today's game versus Brooks. The Bulls have won 3 in a row, including a win over the Bombers last Wednesday in Brooks. The Bulls come into this game with a record of 12-6, good for first place in WCBL West. Percentage points over the Okotoks Dogs. Lethbridge is 8-2 in their last 10 games. The same can't be said for today's opponent, the Brooks Bombers, who have lost 8 in a row and are struggling and are 1-9 in their last 10 games overall. Leading the Bombers offensively is Ben Fischel, the rookie from New York State, hitting .379 with 4 stolen bases in the 8 games he's played this season so far. Fischel's also chipped in 4 stolen bases as well. Another bright spot for in this Bombers lineup is Peyton Matthews, the second-year Bomber from Chicago, Illinois, is currently hitting a very respectable .371 for Brooks in 15 games so far this season. For the Bulls, it has been all about pitching as of late as they hand the ball to left-hander Brett Getz. The Mess Hat native was fantastic in his last start for the Bulls, going 6 innings versus Fort McMurray way back on June the 14th, and the Bulls' 3-1 win over the Giants. Look for Getz to continue the trend of quality starts for this Lethbridge Bulls squad on this Monday afternoon game. Getz will eventually hand the ball over to Bulls bullpen that has been outstanding all season long, led by Lucas Wynn, Donovan Gamez, and Corbin Talley. It should be a fun afternoon of baseball here at Spitz Stadium. It's Kids Day. It's afternoon baseball. There's still time to get down to the park if you're in the area. We're going to take a quick break and have a word from our sponsors over there at the sponsor of the pregame show, Brown's Social House here in Lethbridge.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here. Or here.
Or you can hear.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
Welcome back to Spitz Stadium for the Brown Social Health Lethbridge Bulls pregame show here on FloCollege. Earlier on today, I had the chance for a sit-down with yesterday's starting pitcher for the Bulls, Lethbridge native Levi Abbott, who found himself staring down Bulls history yesterday in Okotoks. Brown Social Health pregame show is Levi Abbott. Levi, great start to the season so far. We'll get to yesterday's start. What did you been channeling your inner Taylor Swift this year, or how's it been going so far for you this season?
It's been really fun. I don't know. That's funny, but no, it's been fun. I'm just going out there having fun. I mean, the group of guys this year is freaking awesome. So it's a lot of fun.
We'll get into yesterday's start now. 6 2/3, perfect. Questionable call in the 7th to get rid of the perfect game. At what point during the game do you think, hey, I got something going here?
That inning. I would say, inning by inning, you're like, okay, this is cool. And then by the 5th inning, you're pretty dialed in. And then, say 6, got through 6 well, and 7 hit, and got the first 2 guys out pretty quick. And then the 3rd guy got behind and threw a pitch that was 50-50 ball, and it went the wrong way, but it is what it is. So I mean,
there's an old superstition that players don't go and talk to guys when they're at a perfect game or a no hitter. What were your teammates like? Were they avoiding you? Were they saying anything?
Nothing. Said nothing. Said not a thing, which is good.
That's what's supposed to happen. You've had a really good season so far. Your third start, you've only given up the one earned run so far. Strikeouts are above and beyond. What's been the secret to success other than just having fun?
I would say just letting everything rip, just throwing everything, with intent behind it. And, I like to pitch backwards, and I like to consider myself like a unique style and just kind of pitching behind guys and using, I guess a good word would be like a junk baller. And I like that. I like spinning it. It's always been my bread and butter. So I think just keeping hitters off balance every at bat and having a plan has been helping as well.
In youth baseball, whether it be Little League or whatever it might have been, did you ever have a no-hitter or a perfect game?
Yeah. Vauxhall, grade 10, I threw one, 5 innings perfect. So it didn't really count because it was a 5 inning out of 7. So I don't know. We counted it, but that was a little bit better than Vauxhall. That was special. So.
Yeah, I don't think that one counts a 5 inning. 5 inning. Your 5 innings doesn't count. That's what they say on the score sheet. I guess that's what it is. Your bullpen's been fantastic too for you guys, for all your starters. What can you say about Gamez and Wynn and the like?
I think every one of our pitchers should start. So I think everyone's great. Like, this staff this year has been really good. Like, just guys coming in, filling it up. Even just like the defense, like we have elite defense. We have an elite squad. Our pitching this year is different, and I think our defense is different. Our bats are different. Like, just the whole team is good. Like, after the no hit, or after the PG was gone and the no hitter was gone, like, I knew we were still going to win the game. I didn't care. Like, I just want to win. So I think we have the squad to do it this year.
The confidence is definitely there. It's the 0-3 start now, 12-6, so 12-3 in your last 15 games. Is that something that's felt around the locker room with everybody, not just the pitching staff?
100%. All the guys are really fun. Like, we celebrate a win, which I think brought us together too. I know, like, the first day, maybe the first 2 days I stepped on here, you get through that little awkward stage, but after that, like, it's a great group of guys, and I like being around the guys, and you can sense a good chemistry between the guys for such a short time. So
we'll finish this up here in the Lethbridge Bulls pregame show brought to you by Brown Social House. What would be a successful season for Levi Abbott and the Lethbridge Bulls?
I just want to win a championship. I think it could be my last season playing, so just winning a championship with the team would be cool. That's it.
Thank you very much, Levi, and we'll have best luck to you the rest of the season.
Thanks to Levi for sitting in with us today on an off day. I'm sure his head is still spinning a little bit on what could have been yesterday. Great start by Abbott. Once again, can't say enough about what he's done for this Bulls squad this season. You're watching the Bulls, the Browns, Social House, Lethbridge Bulls pregame show on FloCollege.
Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shauna Gruninger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shauna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shauna Gruninger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
We are proud supporters of the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in Southern Alberta. Get a free market evaluation, and we will thank you with 2 free Lethbridge Bulls tickets.
The Shauna Gruninger Real Estate Group, opening doors to the next chapter.
Welcome back to Lethbridge Bulls pregame show brought to you by Brown Social House here in Lethbridge. Prior to today's matchup with the Brooks Bombers. Earlier on today, I sat down with Lethbridge Bulls pitching coach Josh Bergman to talk about Levi Abbott's performance on the mound yesterday and what we should expect from today's starter for the Bulls, Brett Getz, and the rest of the team this busy week here at Spitz Stadium.
Joining us now on the Lethbridge Bulls pregame show brought to you by Brown Social House, pitching coach Josh Bergman. Josh, yesterday you had a special game. Levi Abbott on the mound, 6 2/3 perfect. What can you say about his performance yesterday?
He was in control from pitch one. I think he was excellent yesterday. Everything was kind of working for him. He had both breaking balls going. The fastball was great. So yeah, not much more else you can say other than it was really fun to watch as a coach, and it was, I'm sure, for our guys behind him, it was a lot of fun to play behind him.
I asked Levi this a little bit earlier, but at what point did you start to notice, hey, we got something going on here?
Pretty early in the game, just knowing like how he was going and kind of how he was executing his pitches and how in rhythm he was with Adonis and just some of the swings that they were taking. It was like, okay, we're in probably for a really good night here from Levi, and he delivered for sure.
Your bullpen, like Levi got done yesterday, and your bullpen has been great all year long. What can you say about guys like Lucas Wynn and Donovan Gamez and the rest?
Yeah, they've been excellent. I think guys have really started to fit into their roles and what they're going to do for us at the back end of the bullpen, or coming in the sixth and seventh inning, and we just got a lot of depth back there. And Lucas, Donovan, Corbin Talley, Sammy Herrera, they're kind of those back end of the bullpen guys. But we got guys like Tyler Pauly and Jacob Hagman and Logan McNamara, and the list can go on and on and on with the guys that we have that kind of come in the sixth, seventh innings. So those are huge roles too. Like, those are parts of the game where things can start to swing one way or the other, and they do a really good job of getting us clean innings coming in and throwing strikes and getting us in and out and getting us kind of to those guys at the end of the game.
You had a bunch of days off last week that are unexpected. The two planned days off and then the two rainouts here, and you got some guys who are a little bit banged up. Were those extra days off kind of a welcome thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for our guys, it's always a welcome thing, and for players across the league, they went through a long college season where they're playing a lot of games in a short amount of time, and they're kind of banged up through that period. So they come here, and hopefully they get a few off days, and be able to. Obviously, they want to play and compete, but those off days are key for our guys in the summer to make sure that they stay fresh for the whole summer and into August, and hopefully a long playoff run.
You got a Brooks Bombers team coming in scuffling a little bit, losers of 8 in a row. Afternoon game, they haven't played, I think, since Thursday, so they're going to be well rested. Brett Getz on the mound for the Bulls today. What do you expect to see from Brett Getz and that Bombers team coming in?
Yeah, same thing from Brett that we've seen from him all year. He's going to attack the zone. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to compete. We expect that from him today. I want him to kind of dominate both sides of the plate with the fastball, and if he does that, then he's going to be really tough. Brooks, they're a good team. Their record probably doesn't show it. They can really hit. They compete. So yeah, we can't take them lightly by any means.
It's a quick season. We're already well past the quarter point, and then the hitting hasn't been great as of yet. It's been really good, but not great. And only scored in the two innings yesterday, 4 in I think it was the 6th, and then 3 in the 9th. Is that some cause for concern, or these guys will get it going pretty quick here?
No, we're not concerned at all. Our guys, we have a lot of belief in our guys. It's just sticking to our approach and getting things done when it needs to get done in a certain situation, instead of sometimes it's in summer ball, it can be a little bit about yourself and stuff, and sometimes you got to give yourself up a little bit, and we try to harp on that with our guys, because then you'll get rewarded later on. The baseball gods will reward you. So I think it's just sticking to our approach and sticking to our plan, and we got a lot of talented hitters there at the plate, and we have all the faith in the world in them.
Josh, thanks for joining us on the Brown Social Health Lethbridge Bulls pregame show.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah. Thanks once again to Josh for joining us on the Lethbridge Bulls Brown Social House pregame show. We'll return with the Shauna Gruniger Real Estate Group keys to the game right after this.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spit Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here. Or here.
Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
And now for the Shauna Gruniger Real Estate Group keys to the game for tonight's WCBL matchup between the Bulls and the Bombers. For the Bulls to keep some momentum going on their side following yesterday's big win against the rival Okotoks Dogs, and have won 3 in a row, and their pitching has been top-notch. If the Bulls can get some runs early, and if Brett Getz can attack the Bombers hitters who haven't seen live pitching since Thursday because of all the rain we've had in the area for a while, the Bulls should be on their way to their 4th win in a row. For the Bombers, maybe a few days off away from the ballpark is what the doctor ordered, and the afternoon game start today might help and could come out and surprise the Bulls. But this Bulls baseball club is real good, and the Bombers... For the Bombers, maybe a few days away from the ballpark is just what the doctor ordered, and the afternoon game start today might help out and could come out and surprise the Bulls ball club that might be looking past the Bombers, who have lost 8 in a row. Anyways, we are just about ready for first pitch. Stay tuned as Dustin Ford bring you all the live action. It's the Bombers and the Bulls coming up this afternoon. Kids Day at Spit Stadium on FloCollege. Horns up and enjoy the game, everybody.
Live from Spitz Stadium in Lethbridge, Alberta, the Western Canadian Baseball League presents the Lethbridge Bulls and the Brooks Bombers. My name is Dustin Forbes. Thanks for being with us this afternoon on FloCollege, and thanks to Brent Radlinski for the pregame show setting up today's contest. And he outlined it. The Lethbridge Bulls are rolling along. They come into the contest this afternoon against a reeling Brooks team. Lethbridge sitting 12-6 on the season, 8-2 in their last 10 games, and have the second best record across the WCBL over the last 10 games. With that 8-2 record, only Saskatchewan has been better with a record of 9-1 in that span, while Brooks coming into the game today 4-12. They've lost 8 straight games, 1-9 over their last 10, as they look to use the last few days of rest to really springboard onto a run for them to get back into the playoff conversation. They've been idle since Thursday. Yesterday, you saw on the pregame show with Brent a fantastic performance by Levi Abbott in a victory in Okotoks against the Dogs for the Bulls. A 7-2 victory at Siemens Stadium yesterday. Lethbridge 5-1 on home field, winners of 2 in a row, looking to continue that here this afternoon on a Monday matinee. Let's head to field level. Here's Brent.
Today's making up for it. Beautiful day here. We got ice cream. We got beer. We got, most of all, Bulls baseball, and we got a new burger game over there for you to check out from McDonald's. Great day for baseball here at Spitz Stadium. All right, and now your starting lineup for your Lethbridge Bulls. Leading off, the left fielder, number 1, Burn, baby Burn, Bernie Sakaras. Batting second, the right fielder, number 10, Lee Matsuzaki. Playing first base, number 23, Carter Clairhout. Playing third base, number 8, Steven Andrechek. At shortstop, number 15, Will Turner. At second base, number 5, Brennan McTavish. Today's catcher, number 25, Ben Simmons. Today's DH, number 24, Dalen Blanchard. Starting in center field, number 7, Jalen Ryan. And your starting pitcher for today's game, number 22, Brett Getz. Now, if you please rise if you're able and join in the singing of our national anthem.
Stadium in Lethbridge, Alberta, as we are set for the Brooks Bombers and the Lethbridge Bulls on this matinee Monday from Lethbridge, a sunny Lethbridge on this Monday afternoon as we prepare for meeting number 4 of 10 on the season between the Bulls and the Bombers. Lethbridge has posted a 2-1 record so far this season against Brooks, and they'll look to continue their hot play of late, 8-2 in their last 10 games. And Brett Getz will get the ball on the mound today for the Lethbridge Bulls. Defensively for Lethbridge, doing the catching today will be Ben Simmons, number 25 on the corners. Steven Andrechik at third, Carter Clarehout at first. The middle infield will turn to the shortstop. Second base will be Brennan McTavish, and left to right defensively in the outfield, Bernie Sakaris, Jalen Ryan, and Lee Matsuzaki. Leading things off for the Brooks Bombers will be number 24, the right fielder, Ben Fischel, followed by Peyton Matthews and Wyatt Ormondi, due up here in the top of the first inning. Christian Altamirano, AJ Hurtado, Seth Recker, Maddox Shaver, CJ Snowden, and JR Bedford will round out the order. So Getz will come into the game and hope to have as good an outing as yesterday for Levi Abbott in Brooks. And Getz has had a really strong season so far. If you look at the leaders across the Western Canadian Baseball League in the pitching category, Getz is in the top 5 in terms of statistics so far this season. For pitchers, leading the way is Levi Abbott, and Getz in the top 6 or 7 as well. As we get set for the first offering, Getz set against Ben Fischel, the right fielder, to lead things off. And the first offering is outside for a ball and a 1-0 count. First pitch, 109 on this matinee Monday. Getz will look to get back even. Second pitch of the ball game is a fastball, low for a ball, 2-0 to the leadoff man, Ben Fischel. Here's the 2-0, and that one a called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike for Getz. Fischel coming into the ball game today for the Bombers, batting .379 this season. Here's the 2-1, and that one fouled back. 2-2 to Fischel. Fischel, 1 home run, 3 RBI this season in the 8 games that he's played for Brooks. Here's the 2-2 in the air, and that one drifting foul and out of play. That'll keep the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Fischel's going to call time here. Third baseman for the Bulls, Steven Andrechik, getting some sunglasses with a sunny Monday. This one flared right to the dugout of the Brooks Bombers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man. For Brett Getz. Getz coming into the ball game today for the Bulls on the season. A 2.34 ERA. This is his 3rd start. 17 strikeouts on the season, has just 6 walks. Surrendered 10 hits as a full count here with the ball missing outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Getz. Getz delivers an off-speed, grounded up the middle, charging to the left is Turner. The throw, and that one offline. And Fischel is aboard. And we'll see if they rule that an error. It will be an error to Will Turner. So the leadoff man is aboard. Throwing error charged to the shortstop, Turner. And the ball game officially underway with a runner on, as Peyton Matthews will stand in, the center fielder. His first offering, as official gets to go to second on the overthrow. First cut by Matthews, flares back and out of play. Big lead for the runner at second. Caught him up high as the fastball ran up on Peyton Matthews, and he's down. That one caught him, I think, in the shoulder, maybe the helmet. And the athletic therapist for the Bulls, Gord Watt, will come out to attend to Peyton Matthews, and a scary sight there. I wonder if that maybe caught him up or near the face. The fastball for Getz just kind of, it looked like it rolled off his fingers and got up and was inside high. And Peyton Matthews, tough start to the ball game for him, as he took that one, I think, in the mouth. And so Gord Watt will attend to the injured Bomber. Whether it be Matthews or somebody else, someone will be at first. And the lead 2 for Brooks will be aboard here early in this ball game. And it looks like Peyton Matthews will head to the dugout here with the Bulls athletic therapist. So they're going to have a substitution here come in. See if that will be a permanent substitution for Peyton Matthews, or if that will be just a injury relief moment. The runner will be Troy Morrow, who will come out of the dugout for the injured Peyton Matthews. And so Wyatt Ormonde will stand in for the Bombers with 2 on here early in the ball game. Runner going to third, and Fisher will slide in safe. So now runners on the corners for Brooks. None away here on the top of the first inning for Brett Getz. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count to Ormonde. Wyatt Ormonde coming into the ball game today. 16 games, batting .350 on the season. Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a miss for Ormonde. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And they're going to check the runner at first as Morrow steps back. The umpires today at home plate: Cameron Hampton, first base Trevor Stoico, at third Travis Oberg this afternoon. Here's the 1-2 flared back, and that one catches the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes remains to Ormonde. Christian Altamirano, the left fielder, is on deck. AJ Hurtado, the catcher, in the hole. Both batters so far aboard on the corners. 1-2 the count. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ormonde this season for Brooks, the Long Beach, California product. 6 extra base hits, 4 doubles, and 2 home runs as he swings and misses here. 1 away with a strikeout for Getz. And so with runners on the corners and 1 down, the left fielder Christian Altamirano will come to the plate for Brooks. A windy day here in Lethbridge. This one flared back on a first pitch to Altamirano. Backing out of play. A hitter's wind today with it blowing out of the ballpark. See if anybody takes advantage of that on this Monday afternoon. Runner going at first. Clairhout will throw it back to third, and they're going to get a rundown here down to home plate. Back will go Fischel, and applying the tag is Getz. So Fischel tagged out. Runner advances to second, 2 away. Not sure how they'll rule that scoring play. 1 got the final tag. So runner at second, 2 away here in the top of the first, and a high inside pitch catches Altamirano. He gives a long stare down to Getz before making his way down to first base. And Altamirano has words for Getz. Starts to work his way out, and the dugouts are going to clear here. Early fireworks as Christian Altamirano didn't like getting plunked there after Peyton Matthews was hit up high, and now the bullpen for Brooks is clearing. A whole lot of humanity on the field there early in this ball game. We're not even through a half inning. 2 hit by pitches in this game for Brett Getz. Altamirano certainly was not happy about it. Took his time, gave Brett Getz a long stare down on the mound before slowly walking his way toward first, and certainly exchanged some words with the Bulls pitcher before inching his way toward the mound, and that's when everybody cleared. Nothing really happened once all of the bodies made their way to the field. Umpires are huddling here to see what, if any, decisions will be made. Runners at first and second for Brooks here early in this ball game. looks like we have had the conversation between the umpires, so see what they rule here. I think Altamirano gets 1 warning, the Bombers get a warning, and the Bulls get a warning. So go from there as A.J. Hurtado, the catcher, will stand in. 2 on, 2 away here in the top of the first inning from Spitz Stadium, and some early fireworks. Nothing on the board in terms of score as of yet. As a pitch from Getz is outside for a ball, 1-0 for the Bulls starter. A.J. Hurtado on the mound. Or, pardon me, at the plate. As a good pitch there for a strike. Hurtado coming into the game, 281 for an average this season, 10 games for Brooks. Here's the 1-1 and a follow through there for a strike, 1-2 to Hurtado. Gets ready. The offering. Strike 3 called. Hurtado goes down looking. And the Bulls get out of a fiery first half of the first inning with 2 stranded and a pair of strikeouts for Brett Getz. Scoreless after the top of the first, the home first. Next, you're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. Scoreless after the road first as we go to the bottom of the first inning after 2 were left stranded for the Bombers.
Defensively for Brooks at first base.
For the Brooks Bombers today, getting the ball will be Hudson Grow as he leads the Bombers, looking to end an 8-game losing streak. For the Bulls, offensively, Bernie Sakaris, Lee Matsuzaki, Carter Clairhout are due up. Steven Andrechik, Will Turner, Brendan McTavish, Ben Simmons, Dalen Blanchard, and Jalen Rose is the batting order. Defensively for the Bombers, mentioned Grow getting the ball, doing the catching behind the plate today is A.J. Hurtado. On the corners, Seth Recker and Wyatt Ormondi at third and first. The middle infield, J.R. Bedford, the shortstop, Maddox Shaver, the second baseman. Left to right is Christian Altamirano, Peyton Matthews, and Ben Fischel. But with the injury to Matthews, Fischel goes from right to center, and Morrow is in right field. So the injury replacement for Peyton Matthews after taking a pitch up high. So we'll see how Hudson Grow responds. 2 hit-by pitches in that top half of the inning. Bench is cleared, dugout and bullpen for Brooks. And so Grow's opportunity for the first time, leading things off against Sakaris, and a breaking ball in for a strike, going 1 to the Bulls' leadoff man. Hudson Grow this season, 1-2 record, of 5.52 ERA. As the 0-1 high and outside for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 14 and 2 innings of work this season, 14 strikeouts, just 3 walks, has given up 22 hits, has Grow. As Sakaris sets and a ball low, 2-1. Sakaris batting .310 so far this season in the 8 games. He had a .429 average last year in limited work in 13 games for the Bulls. Here's the 2-1, and that one for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man. Lee Matsuzaki, Carter Clairhout also due up here in this home first. Grow into the windup, 2-2 pitch, fastball turned on the ground, a roller to second with time. Shaver one away. As Sakaris goes down on the ground out to the second baseman. And so Lee Matsuzaki will come to the plate. For the first time, the right fielder for Lethbridge has had a pretty good start to the season. 6 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 10 RBI, and a batting average of .307. And some big at-bats this season. Here's the first offering, and a big cut by Matsuzaki. Tipped it foul for an 0-1 count to the right fielder. Fastball for a strike. Quick 0-2 count now for Hudson Grow. Oh, 2 outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matsuzaki, 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning from Spitz Stadium. Only game of the WCBL on this Monday. Here's the 1-2, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down quickly on just 9 pitches for Hudson Grow.
Batting third, first baseman number 23, Carter Clairhout.
And now Carter Clairhout will stand in for his first opportunity. Product of Red Deer goes to Southern Arkansas University. First offering from Grow is low for a ball, 1-0 to the Bulls' first baseman. Pulled on, high fly ball right field, and that is gone. A high home run for Carter Clairhout. A solo shot to open the scoring. And for Clairhout, his 5th home run of the season. And that one a no-doubter. Bulls up 1-0 on the solo shot. Pulled it on a rope over the right field fence. And Lethbridge has first blood on this matinee Monday. As soon as it left the bat, you knew it was going to be gone. Talked about the wind here being a hitter's wind, especially for a lefty like Clairhout. And early takes advantage, and a solo shot makes it 1-0. And now Steven Andrzejczyk to the plate, takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Here's the fastball for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Andrzejczyk. 2 away. 1-0 Lethbridge. Here's the 2-1 high and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike for Hudson Grow. That one misses, and that'll be a walk for Andrzejczyk. So a runner on first, and Will Turner, the shortstop, will come to the plate for the first time with 2 down here in the home first. Fastball for a strike. Catches the outside corner. Turner batting .212 this season for Lethbridge. 0-1 upstairs. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Turner does have a home run this season. 5 RBI. Has struck out 12 times in the 12 games. 1-1 outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Turner last was in action on June the 19th, part of a 6-5 win against Fort McMurray, as he takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the first inning, but a solo home run off the bat of Carter Clairhout, and Lethbridge leads Brooks 1-0 here at Spitz Stadium. You're watching the Lethbridge Bulls and the WCBL on FloCollege.
One runner left on base. One complete, it is the Bulls 1 and Brooks.
A 1-0 lead for the Lethbridge Bulls here at Spitz Stadium as we go to the second inning. And Brett Getz will come back out onto the mound. Kind of struggled in the first inning early, found his stuff as the inning progressed. Got a couple of strikeouts after a couple of hit batters as well. Still no hits on the day for Brooks, as leading things off will be Seth Recker, followed by Maddox Shaver, CJ Snowden, and JR Bedford. As the first offering to Recker is a ball outside. Foul tip here to even the count. One ball, one strike. And another foul tip off the bat of Seth Recker. Due up is Maddox Shaver, followed by CJ Snowden as well in this inning. And a swing and a miss. Strike number 3. Strikeout number 3.
Batting seventh. Second baseman number 20.
Back-to-back strikeouts going back to the first inning for Getz. This one punched to short. Charging to his left is Turner, and the throw in time. Good stab there for Will Turner. And quickly 2 down. Good reach by Carter Clairhout at first to make that grab. And to stretch a little bit, as up will come CJ Snowden now. First offering on the ground, down the right field line, and that's going to drift foul. Touched by Clairhout, and CJ Snowden, the designated hitter today, will have to come all the way back. Snowden this season, 8 games, batting .185. 14 strikeouts this season. Here's the 0-1 from Getz, swing and a miss, strike 2. Fastball in the air, and that drifting back and foul. 23 pitches for Brett Getz in the first inning, up to 8 in this inning, and an 0-2 count to CJ Snowden. Popped up into foul territory. Clairhout makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down for Getz in the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom next. This is the WCBL on FloCollege. Bottom of the second inning we go here at Spitz Stadium. And a 1-0 Lethbridge lead as Brennan McTavish will lead things off here in the bottom of the second, followed by Ben Simmons and Dalen Blanchard due up. First offering from Groh is inside on McTavish. And a 1-0 count to the second baseman for Lethbridge. Just outside with a fastball there. 2 balls, no strikes. McTavish this season, the Lethbridge product, batting .293 for the Bulls. Here's the 2-0, and that one flared down the left field line, and that is a fair ball. McTavish will turn and head to second. Ball to the corner on the dirt. They'll get it in a stand-up double on a little flare shot down the left field line, and a leadoff double for McTavish. For McTavish, his 5th double of the season. And the leadoff man with the double for Ben Simmons to come to the plate. The Bulls catcher this afternoon, followed by Dalen Blanchard, who's the designated hitter. A 1-0 lead for the Bulls off the home run for Carter Clairhout in the first inning. And the first offering to Ben Simmons is low for a ball, 1-0. Fastball cut on and missed. 1-1. Simmons this season from Ottawa, batting .333. 1-1 pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike. 1 RBI this season for Simmons in the 4 games. Three for 9 in his plate appearances. And takes a fastball high and outside and a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike. McTavish, the leadoff man, at second. Leadoff double. 3-1. Turned on and missed. Count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes for Simmons. Here's the offering, and well outside. That'll be a walk for Simmons. Second walk of the ball game for Hudson Grow. So the first two are aboard. Runners at first and second for Jalen Blanchard to come to the plate. None away here in the bottom of the second inning. And the Bulls leading 1-0. McTavish at second with the double. Simmons at first with the walk. A bunt squared, laid down third base. Charging the throw, and in time, but the runners advance. Good work by Seth Recker to scale in. And so now 2 runs in scoring position.
Center fielder number 7, Jalen Ryan.
And Jalen Ryan will stand in now. Bottom of the order. We're going to try and cash some runs here with runners at second and third. First pitch flared over the head of the second baseman. In will come McTavish. And run scores for Jalen Ryan, an RBI. And it's 2-0 Lethbridge. And so runners on the corners now for Bernie Sakaris. And only 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Sakaris 0 for 1 today. First pitch flares it back. And that one foul, 0-1. So the RBI single for Jalen Ryan. For him, his 5th RBI of the season. As Sakaris looks to cash 1 as well with 1 away. 1-1 count to the Bulls left fielder. Grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. Fastball from Grow is low. 2 balls and a strike. Hudson Grow for Brooks, 21 pitches in the first inning, up to 14 here in the second. Here's the 2-1, and that one off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. And a hitter's count for Sakaris. Had 2 home runs last season. Does not have a home run so far this season, but batting .310 coming into the day. 3-1, pulled on. And that one foul tip into the glove for a strike. So a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes for Bernie Sakaris. Simmons at third, Jalen Ryan at first. He's going, and a foul back will send him back as Sakaris stays alive. Six RBI this season for Bernie. Had 9 last year. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, Grow delivers. Fastball fouled back again. Good battle here for Sakaris. Runner on the way, and Ryan stops as Grow stepped off the mound. Sakaris at first, they applied the tag to Jalen Ryan, and he is out on the tag, and so now 2 away. That's almost a situation where you want the runner at third, although 90 feet away from scoring, to maybe help to see if Ryan would be able to get to a bag with the distraction. Here's a 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss to Sakaris. And he goes down on strikes. Groh holds it to 1. The Bulls add to their lead in the second inning, and it's 2-0 Lethbridge after 2 here at Spitz Stadium. You're watching the Lethbridge Bulls and the WCBL on FloCollege. Two 2-0 lead for the Lethbridge Bulls as we head to the top of the third inning, and a much tidier inning for Brett Getz in the second than in the first as he comes back out for the third. No hits so far for Brooks as the bottom of the order will lead things off. J.R. Bedford, the shortstop, will start the third, followed by the top of the order, Ben Fischel and Troy Morrow, who came in after Peyton Matthews took a pitch in the face. And so Brett Getz will stand in and set after a productive second inning. Only needed 9 pitches in that second. And the first offering to Bedford is a ball outside. So 1-0 for Getz. Fastball inside. And that one runs it to 2-0. Bedford, the shortstop for the Bombers, takes another pitch high and outside, and quickly 3 balls to Bedford. The 9-hitter batting .268 this season. Fastball for Getz, strike 1 and a 3-1 count. Battling to get back even. Well, can't get even, but get back into the count. Here's the fastball. That one popped up right field. Matsuzaki in with time. Settles under it. 1 down. 5 straight retired by Getz.
Right fielder number 24, Ben Fischel.
And now Ben Fischel will come to the plate for Brooks. After the flyout of J.R. Bedford, Fischel, the center fielder, reached on an error his first time up, squared to bunt, pulled it back in time for a ball. 1-0 to Fischel. Fischel, .379 average this season, squares again and pulls it back. So a couple of bunt shows for Fischel. 2 pitches that missed by Getz. 2-0 count to the leadoff man. 1 away here in the top of the third. Fastball for a strike. 2-1. It's a good pitch for Getz as Fischel back into the batter's box. Set for a 2-1 pitch. Good one on the inside corner. Caught it on a what looked like slider from Getz. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Good work by Getz to get back even in this at-bat. 2-2. And that one just missing. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Fischel. Fischel picked up his 5th stolen base of the season back in the first inning. Here's the 3-2 outside, and that'll be a walk to Fischel. So 1 on, 1 away. And now Troy Morrow will come to the plate for the first time. Came in to replace Peyton Matthews after he got hit by a pitch in the first. And so Morrow will stand in for his first plate appearance. Lefty on lefty, and a first pitch fouled back and out of play. A 1 count. They're going to check the runner, and stepping back is Fischel. Have to be aware of him. Mentioned the 5 stolen bases this season, including the one in the first inning for Fischel. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one in the air, drifting foul and out of play. 0-2 count now for Morrow. Morrow came into the game for Peyton Matthews. Matthews was playing center, but Morrow will go to right, and Fischel was in right, goes to center. 0-2 from Getz. Dropped by Simmons, and Fischel holds at first, and now a 1-2 count for Morrow. Morrow batting just .211 this season from Manteca, California. 1-2. That one flared to center and over the head of Jalen Rose all the way to the wall. Fischel turns, heads to third, getting the relay. He'll go home. The throw not in time, and Fischel scores all the way from second on a RBI double for Troy Morrow. And the Bombers are on the board, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Good contact by Morrow, just squared the barrel at the bat and got it to go with the wind, and it got the left center gap all the way to the wall. And Fischel able to come around to score on the double for Morrow. That'll take away the no-hitter for Getz as well. First hit surrendered in this ball game by Brett Getz. And a 2-1 score. Lethbridge is 2-1 this season against Brooks. They lost the first one to open the season, but they've been victorious in each of the last 2 as a strike there for Getz. Bulls with a 7-4 victory here at Spitz Stadium back on June 10th. And the last time these two teams met, it was a 10-1 win for Lethbridge and Brooks back on the 18th of June, 5 days ago. There's a 2-1 count now to Wyatt Ormonde. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this ballgame. Pulled in the air, fly ball, drifting foul. And that one out of play as it fell just short of the fence in foul territory down the left field line. This one on the ground, a hot shot to short. Turner keeps it in front. Sets, throws in time to get the runner at first. Or was it? Looked like the umpire punched him out, but I guess not. So hard hit there. They ruled it an error to Turner. I don't know if I agree with that. That was a hot shot. So now runners on the corners. And a first offering to Altamirano, who was hit, and that was what caused the bit of a melee. It wasn't much of one. It was more of a conversation between the two sides, but everybody poured onto the field. And a high fastball there for a ball 1-1 to Altamirano. This one missing. Low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Altamirano. Reached and was stranded on that hit by pitch back in the first inning. 2-1. Fastball upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. 56 pitches now for Brett Getz. Three one. Called strike. Count full. Getz. Readies for the 3-2. A ball on the ground. Perhaps a double play opportunity to get out of the inning. Here's the 3-2 offering, and that one low. That'll be a walk. So bases loaded now for the Bombers, with just 1 away here in the top of the 3rd inning, and Brooks having already generated 1 run. And now a meeting on the mound for the Bulls, as it looks like Josh Bergman will have a discussion, the pitching coach for Lethbridge. Having a discussion on the approach with Getz in how to attack A.J. Hurtado after the last 4 have reached. And the base is loaded, and Bergman will head his way back to the dugout.
Catcher number 9, A.J. Hurtado.
And so the catcher, Hurtado, who struck out looking in the first to end the top of the 1st inning, will stand in for his 2nd appearance. 2 home runs and 5 RBI this season for Hurtado. First pitch, bunt, popped it up, and Getz will grab that. And 2 down. And so 2 away now with the bases loaded.
Third baseman number 10, Seth Recker.
Good acceleration off of the mound by Getz after the pitch to charge that little pop-up off the bunt by Hurtado. And now Seth Recker with the bases loaded and 2 away here in the top of the 3rd will stand in. Trying to get Brooks back even in this ball game. Pulled on the ground, and that's going to do it. 1 run in. Wave around. Another run comes through. Juggled at left field rather, and a 3rd run is going to score. So all of a sudden, the Brooks Bombers have a 4-2 lead as 3 runs come in to score. And it's 4-2 Brooks.
Second baseman number 20, Maddox Shaver.
That should go down as a 2 RBI double and an error to the left fielder on the juggle. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Maddox Shaver. One count to Shaver. He's 0 for 1 today. Some action now in the Lethbridge bullpen as it looks like some arms starting to get loose. Fastball from Getz inside misses. A 4-run 3rd inning for Brooks. Two-one. And that one popped up, drifting Foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And they get out of the inning. The 4th strikeout for Brett Getz, but damage done in the top of the 3rd. The Bombers score 4 runs and take a 4-2 lead after the top of 3 innings. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. A 4-2 lead for the Brooks Bombers here at Spitz Stadium as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a tough top of the 3rd for the Bulls as Hudson Grow back on for the 3rd for Brooks. A 33-pitch 3rd inning for Brett Getz. And 4 runs scored for Brooks as Lee Matsuzaki will lead things off and takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Matsuzaki followed by Carter Clairhout and Steven Andrechik due up here in the 3rd inning. 1-1 count to Matsuzaki. Swing and a miss there for a strike. 1-2. Hudson Grow, the right-hander. 43 pitches so far in this ball game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Matsuzaki. Back-to-back punch-outs going back to the 2nd for Grow. His 4th strikeout of the day. And now Carter Clairhout will come to the plate. He knocked one out of the ballpark, a solo home run in his only at-bat back in the 1st inning to open the scoring. On a rope to right. First offering. Big cut by Clairhout, fouled it back and out of play, 0-1. The home run for Clairhout was his 5th homer of the season in that 1st inning and his 15th RBI. 0-1. Looked low, but a called strike by the home plate umpire, Cameron Hampton. Trevor Stoiko at first. Travis Oberg is at 3rd. Here's the 0-2. And that one looked close. Bombers thought it was good. But a ball called. 1-2 now, the count to the Bulls' first baseman. One, two on the way. On the ground, foul to stay alive. Clairhout had just 1 home run last season. Mentioned his 5th of the year today. 1-2, high and outside for a ball. Clairhout now one back of the league lead with home runs as he flares this one out of play. The leaders with 6, Trevor Dale from the Weyburn Beavers, who will be here on Canada Day for the doubleheader at Spitz Stadium. 2 o'clock and 7:30. He has 6, and Wilmer Henriquez from Swift Current also with 6 home runs this season. As a 3-2 count now for Carter Clairhout. Battling back to run the count full. 3-2 from Groh. Turned on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts now. And 2 away here in the home third. And Steven Andrachik will come to the plate. He has been able to reach in his only at-bat this afternoon. That was a walk. And a big cut there for the third baseman. And an 0-1 count. This one punched foul down the first base line, and that one quickly makes it an 0-2 count now to Andrachik. Looked like it went right off the tip of the bat. Oh-2 on the ground, comebacker. Groh with time, underhand flip to first. And the Bulls go in order in the third. 3 complete here at Spitz Stadium. And it's the Bombers 4 and the Bulls 2. This is Lethbridge Bulls baseball on the WCBL on FloCollege. A new pitcher for the Lethbridge Bulls as we get to the 4th inning here at Spitz Stadium, and it's the right-hander Aiden Newton out of the bullpen to take over for Brett Getz, who went 3 complete, 65 pitches, gave up the 2 hits, 4 runs, and he had 4 strikeouts in his work. And so Aiden Newton will get set to take on CJ Snowden, the number 8 hitter, followed by J.R. Bedford and Ben Fischel, due up here in the top of the 4th inning. With the Bulls trailing 4-2. Lethbridge has been feeling it of late. 8-2 in their last 10 games. Second best only to the Saskatoon Berries over the last 10 games across the WCBL. Bulls leading the West Division, 3rd overall in the league, but trailing the Brooks Bombers in this one. Bombers have lost their last 8 games, just 4 wins on the season. 2-8 at home, just 2-4 on the road for Brooks. And 0-1 in this ballpark so far this season. As to lead things off here for the Bombers is CJ Snowden. And he is 0 for 1 today. First look at Aiden Newton. Newton readies. And that one low. And a ball there, as it looked like Snowden squared to bunt the designated hitter. He popped up to the first baseman in foul territory. A big cut there by Snowden, and a 1-1 count for Newton. One bunt squared, and I think it was a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Ben Simmons. So a ball and 2 strikes to Snowden. On deck, J.R. Bedford. In the hole is Ben Fischel. Fastball upstairs, 2-2. Newton coming into the contest today for Lethbridge. This is his 6th appearance, has worked 9 innings so far this year. A 4.00 ERA. This one high for a ball, 3-2, full count for the Calgary product. Goes to Northwestern State University, does Newton. 3rd season with the Bulls, spent time with Lethbridge in 2022-2023. And this year in 2025, fastball, strike 3 called. Snowden thought it was outside, but a strikeout for Newton, 1 away. Boy, Snowden was hot to trot down the first base line, thinking it was a walk. It was not. 5th strikeout for the Bulls staff, the first for Aiden Newton out of the bullpen. And now the 9-hitter, J.R. Bedford, takes a first pitch outside for a ball. A windy but sunny day here in Lethbridge. Some clouds starting to roll in as a ball on the ground. Good stab by Andrechik at 3rd. Cross diamond. Clairhout makes the grab, 2 down. And so Ben Fischel with the baby blue helmet and baby blue batting gloves will make his 3rd trip to the plate today. Has reached both times. Reached on an error in the first, reached and scored on a walk in the 3rd. First pitch for Newton to Fischel is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Fischel, just 8 games this season, batting .379 coming in. On a breaking ball there, it catches the zone for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the center fielder for Brooks. These 2 teams will meet 10 times during the regular season. 1-1, just low for a ball, 2 balls, and a strike. Lethbridge 2-1 this season against Brooks. This is the 4th meeting. Bombers come into the contest sitting dead last in the WCBL standings. This one, fly ball to center. Backing up is Jalen Ryan, and he missed it. He dove to make the catch, and he missed the ball. Gets it in quickly, but a double for Fischel. That one looked like Jalen Ryan had plenty of time to get there to make the grab, but he either misjudged it and dove when he didn't need to, or the ball dipped on him. Regardless, a double for Fischel, and with 2 gone, a runner at 2nd for Brooks. Troy Morrow now standing and ready. 0-1 to Morrow. He has a double today with an RBI in his only at-bat, and that came last inning. Came into the ball game as a pinch runner for Peyton Matthews. One on the ground. Bouncer to the second baseman. McTavish to first. And that will be the third out of the inning. And so the Bulls hold the Bombers. They strand one here in the top of the fourth. We're going to go to field level. Brent Radlinski.
Your game day ticket. Use it.
We're out here with the Bulls head coach, Ryan McDonald. Ryan, let's go back about 20 hours to last night's game. Levi Abbott, what was your pulse like as the no-no was coming? Did you say anything to him, or did it was all hush-hush? You always get a chuckle. Were any other players talking to him at all, or were they have kind of a third world country?
He was definitely by himself on the bench for sure.
This game got off to a bit of a rambunctious start. What did you do to settle the troops down a little bit?
Just calm down, play our game, and stay with us, and keep swinging it.
Carter Clarehout, big home run. What do you got to say about Carter?
Yeah, Carter's been good for us since day one this year, kind of going out in his last year as a Bull, and he's been swinging it.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Back to Spitz Stadium. Thanks to Brent Radlinski at field level with the head coach Ryan McDonald and a new pitcher for the Brooks Bombers as the right-hander Brian Walters will come out of the bullpen to relieve Hudson Grow. So Walters will be tasked with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Bulls, and a lead to work with for Walters. After a 4-run inning in the third for Brooks. And so Walters in, and he'll face the shortstop Will Turner for the first time.
On the fourth inning, the Bulls shortstop, number 15, Will Turner.
First offering from him is in the dirt. And a 1-0 count to Turner. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout as he takes a fastball there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Chasing it is Turner on that one. And another one there, and a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts for Turner today. And the Bulls one down as Brendan McTavish comes to the plate. 6 strikeouts now for the Bombers staff as a breaking ball there. A good pitch for a strike 0-1. Big cut there by McTavish. And a quick 0-2 hole to Walters. Bulls have had the last 5 retired. 4 by strikeout. And that one in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul tip there by McTavish to stay alive on a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McTavish today doubled and scored in his only trip to the plate. That was in the 2nd inning. Pulled on the ground to first. Charging is Ormonde. He'll take it himself, and 2 down. 6 straight have been retired by the Bombers, as Ben Simmons, the catcher, will stand in. First offering there is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Simmons reached on a walk his last time up, was stranded at third. Checks there, but fastball called for a strike, 1-1. Some clouds rolling in now. A dark cloud as a comebacker over the tip of the head of the pitcher, and a good charge by the shortstop. That'll be a 1-6-3 put out. And 3 up, 3 down for the 2nd straight inning. 7 straight have been retired by Brooks, and the Bombers lead 4-2 after the top of the completion of the 4th inning. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. Top of the 5th inning, we go here at Spitz Stadium with some dark, kind of rain-looking clouds. I'm not a meteorologist, but I have seen a lot of rain clouds in my day, and it appears that maybe some rain clouds are starting to venture their way toward the ballpark. Of course, if you haven't been privy to the weather around these parts over the last 2 or 3 days, it's been very windy, very rainy. Of course, the Bulls had a couple of games postponed as a result of the rain and some heavy wind blowing toward the ballpark, and we'll keep our eye on that should that come, as it looks like some rain clouds coming from the west. But at the top of the 5th inning, the Brooks Bombers lead things off, owning a 4-2 lead. All 4 of their runs came in the 3rd inning. And leading things off is Wyatt Ormonde here in the 5th, with Christian Altamirano and A.J. Hurtado due up as well. And the first offering from Aiden Newton is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0 to Ormonde. Fastball cut on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ormonde struck out of the first, reached and scored on an error in the 3rd. Here's the 1-1, and he waves at that. It was well out of the zone, but he went around anyway, and a 1-2 count now to the first baseman for Brooks. You see those dark clouds, the ominous-looking clouds from the west. And a swing and a miss. They're going to have to go down to first. Ormonde punched out. And a strikeout there for Aiden Newton. And 1 down here on the top of the 5th inning. And Altamirano will come to the plate for his 3rd trip. He's been on both times. Was hit in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. And came around to score his last time up. That was in the third inning. First pitch slaps it out to left field. That'll fall for a base hit. And Altamirano aboard for the third time. A little flare to left, and it falls into shallow left center for a base hit. And now A.J. Hurtado will come to the plate. 0 for 2. But 1 on and 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch popped it straight up. Charging was Bernie Sakaris. Throw to first. Trying to catch the leadoff man there. Heads up play there. Altamirano had a pretty strong lead, but Sakaris scaled a lot of field there to make the out. 2 down. And now Seth Recker, 1 for 2 today with a couple of RBI. First pitch from Newton was blocked by the catcher, Simmons. And a ball there, 1-0. 4-2, Brooks in front. Lethbridge with 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second. 4 runs for Brooks in the third. Fastball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Aidan Newton replacing the starter today, Brett Getz. 2-0 on the way. That one popped up left field, charging in Sakaris, and he'll make the grab. And the Bulls retire the side. The Bombers, after the top of 5 innings here at Spitz Stadium, it is 4-2 Brooks.
This summer, there's only one place to be,
WCBL on FloCollege.
and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here. Or here.
Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
Is it raining? Starting to drizzle here at Spitz Stadium as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. As Aidan Newton's needed just 9 pitches in that home 5th, as we start to see if the Bulls can beat the weather and get back into this ball game, trailing 4-2 here at Spitz Stadium. As the bottom of the order, Dalen Blanchard, the 8-hitter, followed by Jalen Rose, and the leadoff man, Bernie Sakaris, due up here in the home 5th. And the Bulls have gone in order in each of the last 2 innings, 3 up, 3 down. They've had 7 straight retired by the Brooks Bombers, and Dalen Blanchard, the designated hitter, will hope to change that here in the home 5th. As Brian Walters remains on the mound for Brooks. And the first offering pulled on, base hit down the left field line. Blanchard turns and heads to second, and he will trot it out, stand up double to lead off the 5th for Dalen Blanchard on the first pitch. Pulled it, and that one stayed fair. And for Blanchard, that is his 2nd double of the season. His 5th multi or extra base hit, 3 home runs for Blanchard this season. And now Jalen Ryan will come to the plate. Squares to bunt, but tapped it foul. And an 0-1 count now to Ryan. Walters, his second inning of work, needed just 12 pitches in the fourth inning out of the bullpen. A couple of strikeouts. Oh, 1 on the way and a check swing, but enough to go. Ryan having a discussion with Cameron Hampton, the home plate umpire. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball in the dirt, that gets by the catcher, A.J. Hurtado, and the runner will advance to third. So Blanchard now to third on the play. See if they score that a pass ball or a wild pitch. Regardless, a runner 90 feet away. Carlin Dick, the former Bulls first baseman last few years, go back to the 21 championship. Now an assistant coach for Lethbridge. He's third coaching right now. As a ball tapped foul down the third base line by Ryan to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the center fielder. Bernie Sakaris is on deck. One, 2. Strike 3 called. Ryan thought it curled around the strike zone, but a strikeout for Walters. 7th strikeout of the day for the Bombers staff. 2nd for Brian. Sakaris, first pitch, flares it left field, drifting out of play. 0-1. Sakaris 0 for 2 today. He grounded out in the first, struck out to end the second. Third at bat. Here's the 0-1 on the ground and a knockdown by Bedford. He'll go to first, 2 away. He was in on the grass, was the shortstop Bedford for that one. And Sakaris punched out. He's 0 for 3 now. And it'll be up to Lee Matsuzaki to try and keep the inning going for Lethbridge after the leadoff double for Dalen Blanchard. First offering is low for a ball on a breaking pitch. 1-0 count to Lee Matsuzaki. Pulled on the ground to the second baseman. Throw on to first. And the Bombers able to strand the leadoff double for Blanchard. And after 5 complete innings here at Spitz Stadium, it's the Brooks Bombers 4 and the Lethbridge Bulls 2. You're watching the Lethbridge Bulls, the WCBL on FloCollege.
This is our famous Willie Waugh Cup Shuffle. It is time for the Gas King Willie Waugh Shuffle. We're out here with Nate. Nate's ready to go for the Willie Waugh Shuffle. It's really simple. It doesn't come good, so give a hand over here. Give a hand over here. 3, 2, 1, really simple. Balls into the ring, you pick which one it is. And you win yourself a prize from Gas King. 10-1. Turn the music down. Really turn it down. Okay, boys, which one is it? They say what? Let's see it. There you go. Prize back from Gas King and Willie Walker. Congratulations.
He will take on the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Brooks. And the leadoff man, Maddox Shaver, pops one up. And out of play, 0-1 count to Shaver. Shaver 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout this afternoon. As the 0-1 from Pauly is inside for a ball. 1 strike now. Pauly, the third pitcher of the day for Lethbridge. Brett Getz got the start. He went 3 innings. Aiden Newton threw 2. Strike there called with a fastball from Pauly. 1-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Great pitch there by Pauly. And the 7th strikeout of the day for the Bulls pitching staff. First for Pauly as he gets Shaver on strikes, and now CJ Snowden, the designated hitter. Fastball for a strike, 0-1. Snowden popped up to end the second. He struck out looking to open the 4th. Hot shot to left, fly ball all the way to the fence. Snowden heading to second. Quick work by Sakaris to get it in, and a stand-up double for J.R. Bedford. For C.J. Snowden, as J.R. Bedford will come to the plate.
Number 5, J.R. Bedford.
1 on, 1 away. Runner in scoring position for Bedford, who's 0 for 2 today. Looking to follow the same lead as Snowden and break the 0 for 2 count on the day. First offering from Pauly, and a swing and a foul tip for a strike. Good pitch there, just missed from Pauly. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're going to go to second, and diving back safe is CJ Snowden. Had a big lead there at second. Ball on the ground. To his left was the third baseman, and it ate up Andrzejczyk. And that's going to be an error charge to Andrzejczyk, and the runner aboard.
Right fielder number 24,
And
Ben Fischel.
getting to second on the play was Snowden, and so the leadoff man, Ben Fischel, comes to the plate. With one down and runners on the corners. That one in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Fischel. Fischel, 4th trip to the plate. 1 for 1 with a couple of other reaches. He reached on a walk and an error as well. He's been on all 3 times. Takes a fastball there for a strike. 0-1, or pardon me, 1-1. Fischel batting .379 this season. Runner on the way, no throw from Simmons. They concede the stolen base with a runner at third as well. So runners at second and third now, 1 gone here on the top of the 6th for Brooks and Fischel at the plate. That pitch misses from Pauly. At second is J.R. Bedford. He just stole second, and at third, it's C.J. Snowden. Pauly ready, 2-2, strike 3. Down looking was Ben Fischel. Second strikeout of the inning and 8th of the day for the Bulls staff. Second for Pauly. And so now Troy Morrow will come to the plate with runners at second and third. And a 2-run Brooks lead. 4-2 they lead it. Morrow turns on it. High fly ball right field all the way to the wall. Gone! A 3-run home run for Troy Morrow. And Brooks leads it big, 7-2. Have a day, Troy Morrow. He wasn't in the starting lineup. Came in for the injured Peyton Matthews, and has he had himself an afternoon. 4 RBI and a home run for Troy Morrow, his first in the WCBL. And Brooks has opened it up big in hopes of ending an 8-game losing streak are the Bombers. And Wyatt Ormonde at the dish now, 0-1 count. Pauly tried to overthrow one, and that one in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 there, 1-2 now to Ormonde. There's been 2 home runs in this game. Morrow, that 3-run shot for Brooks. Carter Clarout had a solo trip back in the first, as this one is flared to left. Diving with Sakaris, and he can't make the grab. So Ormonde with a single to left.
Left fielder number 3, Christian Altamirano.
And now the left fielder, Christian Altamirano, will come to the plate with 2 gone. And a runner at first. 3 runs already scored in this inning for Brooks. Foul tip back to the screen, 0-1. Altamirano, fourth trip to the plate today. He was hit in the first, reached on a walk, and then scored in the third, singled in the fifth, has been on all 3 times. Tyler Pauly ready. Fastball, dipped, and was low for a ball, 1-1. Outside for another ball, 2-1 for Pauly. Now 22 pitches out of the bullpen, and it looks like another right-hander warming up in the Bulls' bullpen out at left field. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss by Altamirano. That was a home run swing. Pauly looking to try and get out of it. 2-2 with 2 away. Strike 3. He strikes out the side, but he gives up 3 runs. And the Bulls trail big. It's 7-2 for the Brooks Bombers here at Spitz Stadium. Home 6th coming up. This is the WCBL on FloCollege.
T-Bone is a busy bull these days, so please give him a hand keeping Spitz Stadium clean by using the Ability Resource Center's recycling bins located throughout Spitz Stadium. Ability Resources is the official recycling depot of the Lethbridge Bulls and Spitz Stadium.
Third pitcher of the day for the Brooks Bombers out of the bullpen is Lucas Mahoney, the right-hander, as he inherits a 7-2 lead for the Brooks Bombers. As Mahoney, product of Bellevue University, out of Revelstoke, will make his 5th appearance of the season. His first in the last 6 days, last pitched in part of a loss to Medicine Hat. And for Mahoney, he will take on the 3-hitter for the Lethbridge Bulls, that being Carter Clairhout, 1 for 2 today with a home run back in the first, struck out in the third. And the Bulls have some work to do here on this matinee Monday to get back in this ball game, trailing by 5. As Brooks in line to potentially end an 8-game losing streak. First offering from Mahoney is a strike at the knees of Carter Clairhout. Clairhout is team-leading 5th home run of the season back in the first. Open the scoring with that solo dinger. Takes another one for a strike, 0-2 quickly to the Bulls' first baseman. Oh-2. That one shot back out to center. That'll be a base hit for Clairhout. Quickly getting it in is Fischel, and the leadoff man at the bottom of the 6th is aboard.
Third baseman, number 8, Stephen Andrechik.
Clairhout now 2 for 3 on the day, as Stephen Andrechik will come to the plate to face Mahoney. Lucas Mahoney this season, a 14.21 ERA. Does have 10 strikeouts in the 4 games that he's pitched in, as he rips one high for a ball to Andrechik. Andrechik 0 for 1 with a walk today. Pulled on the ground, but foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Andrechik from Kalispell in Montana. 14 games this season. Coming into the contest, 362 average. Has struck out 8 times. Struck out 8, walked 8 with a walk today. 21 hits on the season, including 4 extra base hits. 1-1 upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. To the Bulls' third baseman, Will Turner, the shortstop, is on deck. Also due up in this inning. 2-1 upstairs again. 3-1 count now to Andrechik. Bulls will be back in action tomorrow, a doubleheader at Spitz Stadium, though they'll be the road team to the Energy City Cactus Rats for a doubleheader. Ball popped up into right. Charging is Morrow, settles under it and makes the grab. 1 away. Energy City do not have a home field yet, so they play all of their games on the road, but half of them, of course, they get to be the home team. So tomorrow it'll be a doubleheader here at Spitz Stadium. Bulls will serve as the road team. 5 o'clock the first game, 7:30 the second. Foul tip here by Will Turner, and back to the fence for an 0-1 count. Lethbridge will then welcome Okotoks on Thursday, before Brooks comes back on Saturday, and Okotoks Sunday and Monday. And then the Canada Day doubleheader against Weyburn. Some high heat there from Mahoney. And a 1-1 count. Lethbridge will play that doubleheader on Canada Day. 2 o'clock is the early game. 7:30 is the late game. As a ball popped up, and the catcher AJ Hurtado makes the grab. 2 down. After the game, the fun thing about the Canada Day game, specifically the second one, is it's always a sellout at Spitz Stadium, and after the game, fans are allowed to go out onto the ball field and settle in for a fireworks show that comes from the nearby Henderson Lake. Always a fun day for the families here at Spitz Stadium. So if you don't have your tickets, make sure you get your tickets for that one if you're able. As a first offering to Brennan McTavish is outside for a ball, 1-0 from Lucas Mahoney. McTavish 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. Fastball upstairs, misses 2 balls, no strikes. Clairhout, a leadoff single, is at first, then a fly out of Andrechik and a pop-up of Turner. 2 down. Strike called there, 2-1. Eleven of the last 14 batters for the Bulls have been retired, as that one inside just missed, including 2 straight 3 up, 3 down innings in the third and fourth for the Bombers. A rested group. They haven't played since Thursday because of the weather. Bulls were in action yesterday. They beat Okotoks on the road 7-2 as a pop back by McTavish runs the count full. A stellar performance yesterday on the mound for Levi Abbott. Went 6 2/3. Mahoney readies. 3-2 pitch on the way. Punched to center. In comes the center fielder, and he dropped the ball. Clairhout stops at third as Fischel able to get it in. A base hit for Brendan McTavish.
Catcher number 25, Ben Simmons.
And runners are on the corners for Ben Simmons with 2 away. Good stroke by McTavish to make contact on that, and it fell in front of Fischel, who dove to try and make the play. First pitch to Simmons on the ground with time. Shaver to first. And the runners stranded at first and third. 6 complete here at Spitz Stadium. It's the Brooks Bombers 7 and the Lethbridge Bulls 2. This is the WCBL on FloCollege. Another new pitcher for the Lethbridge Bulls as Logan McNamara comes out of the bullpen for the 7th inning. He takes over for Pauly, who threw 24 pitches in the lone inning of work that he was tasked with, as McNamara comes in to try and hold the Bombers where they're at, up 7-2 in this ball game after a 4-run third inning and a 3-run 6th inning for the Bombers. And the 5, 6, 7 hitters will be due up for Brooks to face McNamara. McNamara this season, a 6.75 ERA in 4 games worth of work, pitching a total of 4 innings in those 4 games. And AJ Hurtado will lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning at Spitz Stadium on this Monday afternoon. McNamara sets, readies, into the windup, fastball inside. 1-0 count to AJ Hurtado. Hurtado 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. This one pulled on, hot shot and well foul. That hit the top of the roof of the locker rooms down the third base line. That had some heat off the bat, but out in front of it. 1-1 pitch, and that one just misses upstairs for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now for McNamara. Gets Newton, Pauly, and now McNamara on the mound. Fastball fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball in the air, right field. Matsuzaki a couple of steps back, 1 away.
Third baseman, number 10, Seth Ricker.
Some rain starting to fall here at Spitz Stadium now, as we in the 7th inning. You can see the raindrops on your screen as McNamara settles to face Seth Recker. Off speed, popped straight up to center. In comes Jalen Ryan, 3 steps in, 2 away. So back-to-back flyouts, and now Maddox Shaver will come to the plate. 2 big innings for Brooks in this ball game. 4 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 6th. McNamara readies. First offering to Shaver. Fastball in the air. Drifting foul out of play down the right field line. Oh, 1. Just misses. Low for a ball. 1-1. Shaver 0 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts. This one, good breaking ball pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. Shaver struck out in the 3rd to end the inning and struck out to open the 6th. McNamara, and that one on the ground. A roller to second. With time, McTavish, Clairhout, 3 up, 3 down. 7th inning stretch here at Spitz Stadium. It's the Bombers 7 and the Bulls 2. This is the WCBL on FloCollege. Aiden Newton with the rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game here at Spitz Stadium on a rainy Monday. It started out sunny and beautiful with blue skies and a breeze. And over the last couple of hours, the clouds have rolled in, the rain has started to fall, and the Brooks Bombers leading this ball game 7-2 as we go to the home 7th. And Dalen Blanchard will lead things off, followed by Jalen Rose and Bernie Sakaris due up here in the 7th inning. Top of the 8th inning here at Spitz Stadium, and a new pitcher for the Bulls is Gavin Allen, and a 1-1 count to the leadoff man CJ Snowden, the designated hitter. He leads things off. J.R. Bedford and Ben Fischel are due up here in the top of the 8th as the sun back here at Spitz Stadium. We've seen a little bit of everything. A very windy patch, some rain, sunny and blue skies to start, and it looks like to finish as well, as a 2-1 count to Snowden, the designated hitter. As he swings on that one, goes around for a strike call, 2-2. Snowden today is 1 for 3, had a double and scored in the 6th. Here's the 2-2, and that one low from Allen. Gavin Allen, this is his 5th appearance this season. 8 innings worth of work, 7 strikeouts. ERA of 7.87 as this one foul tipped to the wall. And a 3-2 count now for CJ Snowden. On the ground to shortstop, and it got by Will Turner. And out to center, right center, left center. And that will be an error charged to the shortstop, Turner. And the leadoff man here in the 8th aboard. One of those ones where you got to get in front of it. Use your body to get in front of the ball. And that one, a knee down and a stab with the glove to his left, got by him. Runner on the way, bunt laid down. The pitcher will throw to first, 1 away, but the runner advances. So 1 down with J.R. Bedford going down on the bunt. And back to the top of the order, Ben Fischel. His 5th trip to the plate today in this 7-3 win for the Brooks Bombers. 7-3 lead. Looking for a win to end an 8-game losing streak. And a first pitch to Fischel is a ball. Allen in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Off-speed fouled out of play by Fischel. Fischel reached on an error in the 1st, walked and scored in the 3rd, doubled in the 4th, struck out looking in the 6th his last time up. Two 2-1 over the head of Turner. A run's going to come in to score. All the way from second is Snowden, and the Bombers get the run back. It's 8-3 here in the 8th. An RBI single for Ben Fischel. And now Troy Morrow, who's had quite the afternoon. For the 4th time, he's 2 for 3 with 4 RBI, a double, and a home run. Oh, 1 count from Gavin Allen. And a high one out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morrow replaced Peyton Matthews, who took a ball in the face in his first at bat. He was the 2nd batter of the ball game. Morrow came in as a pinch runner, and he's had quite the afternoon since as he pulls this one high and fly. Ball down the right field line. 2 home runs for Troy Morrow. I said it before, I'll say it again. Have a day. Troy Morrow, that one a no-doubter. Stayed in the ballpark in terms of fair or foul. Just fair. And 2 home runs and 5 RBI for Troy Morrow. Wow. And a big Brooks lead. Here in the 8th.
First baseman number 6, Wyatt Armandi.
Not bad for a guy that wasn't supposed to play today. As Wyatt Armandi stands in. 1-0 count for him. Fastball on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike for Gavin Allen. Armandi, his 5th trip as well today. Couple of strikeouts, a hit. Reached and scored on an error. And the appeal down to first. 2-1 count. That one outside from Allen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. So Armandi down looking. First strikeout for Allen. That is the 10th strikeout for the Bulls today. And 2 down here in the 8th inning. And Christian Altamirano will dig in to face Allen here in the top of the 8th. 3 more runs for Brooks in this inning. As the first pitch strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Altamirano hit in the first, walked and scored in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, struck out to end the 6th. 1-1 count to the left fielder. Allen delivers, and that one low for another ball, 2-1. Good pitch there. Fastball on the outside corner. Draws the count back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 23 pitches now for Allen in this inning. With the Bulls down 7. Foul ball by Altamirano. Christian Altamirano was hit. He was the second batter hit in the first inning. Caused a bit of a scuffle between the two teams. Not much happened, but both dugouts cleared and the bullpen for Brooks came in. Both teams were issued a warning. He was issued a warning as well. As a 2-2 count to Altamirano here in the 8th inning. That one low. Full count now for Allen. 26 pitches in this inning. Brooks 4 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 6th, 3 here in the 8th. "3-2 in the air, left field. Couple of steps left for Sakaris, and he'll make the grab to end the inning. But the Bombers get 3 back, 2 off the bat of Troy Morrow. 2 home runs for him, 6 RBI. And the Bombers lead big 10-3 after the top of the 8th here at Spit Stadium. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. Bottom of the 8th inning, we go here at Spitz Stadium. The Bulls have a significant gap to try and close, down to their final 6 outs, as Will Turner will lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th, as he will take on Julian Picorni, who will work for the 2nd inning, as Will Turner, followed by Brennan McTavish and Ben Simmons, will be due up, as a first pitch for a ball from Picorni, 1-0. Turner today 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a pop-up. Foul tip here and a 1-1 count. Turner attends Prairie Baseball Academy, .212 average this season. Has a home run and 5 RBI in the 12 games coming into the game today, as he turns on this one and pushes it foul down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Picorni is the 4th pitcher for the Bombers in this ball game. As a fastball here, and a good cut by Turner to stay alive, 1-2 with a foul there. McTavish on deck. He's 2 for 3 today. Simmons in the hole, 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the 1-2 outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. These two teams will meet again on Saturday back in this ballpark. That'll be the 5th of 10 head-to-head meetings. 2-2 on the ground. Shortstop driving in, and it cuffed him. Skipped on Bedford, and Turner aboard to lead off the home 8th. That'll be an error charged to the shortstop, and now Brennan McTavish will come to the plate. Leadoff man aboard. McTavish, first offering, takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. McTavish had a double in the 2nd. He came around to score, grounded out in the 4th, had a single in the 6th, so 2 for 3 today. With a run scored as a high fastball misses, 1 ball, 1 strike. Picorni offering, and a fastball well outside. 2 balls and a strike now to McTavish. Ben Simmons on deck. Two, 1, big cut. McTavish swings by it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two, line to the shortstop. He'll take it himself for 1, throw to second, double play. Six-three double play.
Catcher number 25, Ben Simmons.
And now Ben Simmons with 2 down here in the 8th inning. First pitch for a strike. And an 0-1 count. Simmons 0 for 2 today with a walk. Swings and misses, 0-2. He walked back in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th to end it. Grounded out to the second baseman in the 6th to end it. Popped up here in territory. Diving was the 3rd baseman in front of the Bulls dugout, but well short of the ball. And so second life for Ben Simmons, the catcher for the Bulls. On deck is Dalen Blanchard. He has a hit today, a double back in the 5th inning. Here's the 0-2. Low for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Close pitch there. Infield started to trot in. We've seen that one called a couple of times today against the Bulls. Jalen Ryan specifically twice on that pitch rung up, but not there. Here's the 2-2 on the ground. Shortstop backing up a couple. The overthrow, and to first in time to Ormonde from Shaver, and the Bulls go to the 9th inning, down 7 here at Spitz Stadium. You're watching the WCBL and Bulls baseball on FloCollege.
President, it's time to announce our winning 50-50 number, and this is for
The Lethbridge Bullhorn is all things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the Western Canadian Baseball League. The Bullhorn has the latest news regarding the Bulls with interviews with current and past players, signings, game recaps, and updates on all the events happening at Spitz Stadium. The Bullhorn is your place for all things regarding baseball in Lethbridge. Get your horns up with the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report.
Top of the 9th inning, we go here at Spitz Stadium, and the sunshine back to end the ball game. It was a little bit rainy in the middle part of the game, but we started with sunshine, and it appears that we will end with sunshine here at Spitz Stadium with a Monday matinee. Only game of the WCBL today, and the Bulls trailing the Brooks Bombers by a 10-3 score. And Gavin Allen back out for the 9th inning. Try and hold the Bombers, and then perhaps Lethbridge can put on their rally caps in a big way. Would need to pretty well bat around to at least get it to extras. As to lead things off here in the top of the 9th inning is number 9, AJ Hurtado, the catcher. 0 for 4 today as he stands in to face Allen. First offering, a hot shot, foul ball out to the patio. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one outside for a ball. They called it a strike on the board, did they? No, the board was wrong. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was going to say that was maybe the most borderline strike I've ever seen. 1-1 from Allen on the ground. Comebacker off the mound to the second baseman. Throw from McTavish in time. 1 away. And Seth Recker now will come to the plate. Recker is 1 for 4 today with an RBI with a 2 RBI double back in the 3rd. 3 big innings today for the Bombers has been the difference. 4 runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 6th. They added 3 in the 8th. Fastball on the outside corner for Allen, a strike there, 0-1. This one in the dirt evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gavin Allen is the 5th pitcher of the day for the Bulls. Brett Getz got the start. He was replaced by Aiden Newton, went 2 innings. Tyler Pauly threw 1 inning. Logan McNamara threw 1 inning. And then Gavin Allen came in to the ball game. 33 pitches in his performance to this point. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count to Recker. Made contact, fly ball right field. Matsuzaki back to the track, and he'll make the grab on a loud out number 2. 3 home runs in this ball game. All 3 have been over the right fielder's head. Carter Clairhout in the first inning, and then 2 home runs for Troy Morrow, a 3-run shot in the 6th inning and a 2-run shot in the 8th. Morrow is 3 for 4 for Brooks today with 6 RBI. He's driven in 6 of the 10 for Brooks in this game. He wasn't even a starter today. As Maddox Shaver in an 0-1 count after a foul ball. This one low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. CJ Snowden is on deck. One-two pitch on the ground to the shortstop. Turner across. 3 up, 3 down. Home 9th. Is there a miraculous comeback for the Lethbridge Bulls? We'll find out next. This is the WCBL on FloCollege. Bottom of the 9th inning with the Bulls trailing 10-3, and a monster inning needed for the Bulls if they want to continue the Bombers' losing streak and continue their hot run of late. As the Bombers in control, and a first pitch to Dalen Blanchard, who leads things off, is a foul tip for an 0-1 count. Blanchard, Jalen Ryan, Bernie Sakaris due up here in the home 9th. Fastball missed off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blanchard 1 for 3 today, had a double in the 5th inning. This one in the air, all the way back to the wall. Gone! A solo home run from Dalen Blanchard, straightaway center. That got up in an airstream and stayed up there. And the Bulls have a run. 4th home run of the season to make it 10-4. I said at the start of the ball game it might be a hitter's day with the wind drifting out of the ballpark, and a leadoff home run here in the 9th inning for Dalen Blanchard to give the Bulls a 6-run deficit, and a strike on the outside to Jalen Ryan is an 0-1 count. Fastball there for a strike. Quick 0-2 deficit for Jalen Ryan. 4 home runs in this ball game. 2 for either side. 0-2 for Ryan. That one's in the air. Fly ball left field. All the way back and gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Bulls. Make it 5 home runs in the ball game. And it's 10-5. Jalen Ryan, his first home run of the season. And the Bulls go back-to-back. Straightaway center for Dallin Blanchard off the scoreboard for Jalen Ryan. Can Bernie Sakaris make it a hat trick of home runs for the Bulls? 10-5 ball game. First offering is upstairs with a fastball. And a 1-0 count to Bernie Sakaris. 1 for 4 today. And a run scored in the 7th. Pulled on to right on a line, 1 away. Grabbed by Troy Murray. Troy Morrow, I should say. So Lee Matsuzaki will stand in. Bulls down to their final 2 outs. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. That one in there for a strike. Matsuzaki this season batting over 300, 307 on the year. Here's the 0-2, popped up, shallow left, in comes Altamirano, 2 down. And the Bulls now down to their final out, and Carter Clairhout will look to try and keep the Bulls' comeback bid intact. Down 10-5 here at Spitz Stadium. 3 solo home runs for the Bulls. 2 home runs for the Brooks Bombers off the bat of Troy Morrow. Combined 5 runs. So the Bombers with 2 homers have sent in 5 runs. The Bulls with 3 homers have sent in 3 runs. The long ball benefiting Brooks in this one in terms of run count as a swing and a miss here from Clairhout, 1-1. Framed by Hurtado, but not called. 2 balls, 1 strike to Clairhout. On deck is Steven Andrachik. Bulls still down by 5 in this one. 2-1, pulled on the ground, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bottom of the 9th. Two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the ball game. The Brooks Bombers end an 8-game losing streak with a 10-5 win over the previously red-hot Lethbridge Bulls, as the Bombers' losing streak halted at 8 and the Bulls' winning streak halted at 3. Bombers improved to 5-12, and the Bulls fall to 12-7 on the season. The long ball, 5 of them today. 3 single home runs for Lethbridge. Clairhout, Blanchard, Ryan. Blanchard and Ryan went back-to-back in the 9th. But then a strikeout of Clairhout ended the ball game. And for the pitching staff of the Brooks Bombers, they struck out 11 Bulls batters today in what has been a rare victory in the early part of this season for the Brooks Bombers. So Brooks evens the season series at 2 games apiece between themselves and the Lethbridge Bulls. Now 2-2 are both clubs, 1-1 on the road, both clubs so far this season. 10-5 the final this afternoon from Spitz Stadium. Lethbridge back in action tomorrow. They won't be the home team, but they'll be on their home field when they play a doubleheader against the Energy City Cactus Rats. The first game will be at 5 o'clock, the second game at 7:30. Bulls will welcome Okotoks on Thursday, Brooks back on Saturday here at Spitz Stadium. 10-5 the final. The Bombers defeat the Lethbridge Bulls this afternoon. The Bulls' winning streak comes to an end. They fall to 12-7 on the season, and the Bombers end an 8-game losing streak, improved to 5-12. Thanks so much for being with us on this Monday afternoon. Thanks to everybody who took part of the broadcast today. Brent Radlinski on the Brown Social House pregame show. Thanks to our producer Clayton Yates and everybody else behind the scenes here at Spitz Stadium. My name is Dustin Forbes, saying so long from Lethbridge.